In 2012, a local woman in Ireland discovered that 796 children had died at a Catholic institution decades earlier, yet no one knew where they were buried. Between 1925 and 1961, at least 796 infants and toddlers under 3 years died at the church-run home for unmarried mothers in Ireland's Tuam. Many were buried in an underground sewage system, without coffins, markers, or official records. Now, after decades of silence, Ireland is finally digging them up. Here's what we know about who they were, how they were found, and how they died. On July 14, the country's Office of the Director of Authorised Intervention, or ODATE, began what's set to be a 2-year excavation of the former Ben Secure's mother and baby home. The site is being investigated with the help of forensic experts from the UK, the US, Canada, Colombia, and Spain. The Tuam home was one of at least 18 mother and baby institutions across Ireland. These homes were meant to house unmarried pregnant women, most of whom had been rejected by family and society. After giving birth, many of these women were separated from their babies, who were either kept in the institution or put up for adoption, often without the mother's informed consent or legal oversight. But how did this mass grave come to light? In 2012, Catherine Corliss, a local amateur historian, began researching the Tuam home after speaking with elderly residents. She found that although 796 death certificates were issued for children at the home, there were no burial records. She also uncovered that, in 1970, 2 young boys had stumbled on bones in a disused septic tank on the site. At the time, no investigation was launched. However, Corliss concluded that the missing children had been buried in an underground sewage structure on the grounds. According to state-issued death certificates, the causes of death included tuberculosis, meningitis, whooping cough, measles, anemia, and convulsions. Some had no listed cause at all. In 2016 and 2017, test excavations confirmed the presence of human remains in underground chambers at the site. Items like baby shoes, clothing, and nappy pins were also found. Later, investigations pointed to overcrowding, poor sanitation, and medical neglect as contributing factors. Between 1922 and 1998, approximately 56,000 unmarried women and 57,000 children passed through 18 state and church-run mother and baby homes in Ireland. A commission of inquiry found that approximately 9,000 children died, bringing the mortality rate to around 15%. When Corliss first published her findings in 2014, the Bon Secours order denied the existence of a mass grave. They hired a PR firm that claimed the bones were from the British-imposed famine. In 2015, following mounting media pressure, the Irish government launched a commission of investigation, and in 2021, the government issued a formal apology. Still, many say that justice remains limited. No one has been prosecuted, and survivors have not received formal reparations. And Ireland is not alone. In 2024, New Zealand's Royal Commission found that 1 in 3 people in state or religious care between 1950 and 2019 had experienced physical or sexual abuse. Roughly 200,000 individuals were affected, including many Maori and Pacific Islanders. Back in Tuam, the excavation is expected to continue until 2026. The initiative marks the first time the Irish state has authorised a full forensic investigation at such a site. Meanwhile, nearly a century later, the families of the 796 children who perished hope the investigation may finally deliver answers, accountability, and the chance to give their loved ones a proper burial.